Welcome to season 5 of Beauty Boss Millionaire. I'm your host, Falicia Fracassi, and I'm going to be talking on how I made my first millions. That's right, millions with an M. How I made that first million, how I was able to hustle and make it all happen.
Thank you for tuning in to the Beauty Boss Millionaire podcast with Falicia Fracassi. Her mission is to empower you with short, on-the-go business tips and advice to help you successfully start and run your company like a boss. And now, here's your host, Beauty Boss Millionaire, Falicia Fracassi.
Welcome to season 5 of Beauty Boss Millionaire. Congratulations, you made it to season 5. That means you're really hungry for this information. We're going to break down, we're going to go through a whole overview. You know, everything from multiplying the money, my work ethic I'll be talking about, multiple streams of income. That's a big one. That's what helped me make my millions, and I'm gonna go over that. Also, another thing that I want to get into is how my spending pattern looked like. Like, what did that look like? Was that me, making a lot of money and then spending it? Or was it making, I'll get all into that about how I handled my money and what my bank runs look like. Also, what I did and what I didn't do. Like, there's a lot of things that I did not do, and there's a lot of things that I did do that helped me elevate myself. Lastly, I'm going to be going over in this season just a look at my typical everyday life, what happens from day to day, from my wake up schedule all the way until my go to sleep schedule. I'm going to be going over that, how I made my first million doing that, and also what even made me want to make my first million. Why did I choose to keep going? Some business owners are complacent at making, 50,000 a year or 100,000 or even 200,000. That's like a good number. That's a good number, right? Well, not for me. To be completely honest with you, 200,000 does not do a lot for me. That's great for other people. And I don't want to say this in a cocky way, but even $1 million wasn't good for me, and I kept going from there. So I'm going to get into that. And I'm also going to talk about how I elevated myself. I truly can say I'm self-made. There's some people that have family members that gave them money. There's some people that they can say, oh yeah, my dad gave me 50,000, or my parents gave me 20,000 when I first started off. There was not that option for me. So if you're a person that has no one else to finance you, there's no one that you can borrow money from, you don't have a wealthy family member, a wealthy aunt, uncle, cousin, whoever, you want to really listen into this season, because I'm going to be going into details on things that I did to elevate myself. It's going to take a lot of sacrifice and just, not being a weak person. I always kind of say this a lot, because to acquire this amount of wealth is not for the weak, and it's not for the lazy. And if you want to make $1 million and you're a lazy person, then this might not be for you. You might not ever end up making $1 million. I'm just going to be honest, because it is the truth. There's been sacrifices that I've made. I use the word sacrifice a lot because it's really the truth. I made a lot of sacrifices to be where I'm at. I made a lot of sacrifices in regards to my family, and I made a lot of sacrifices to even be standing in the position where I am now, the lender, and I'm not even the borrower. And I don't remember last time I even borrowed money from anyone. Like, that's how serious my hustle is. I put myself in a position where I would never have to borrow money from anyone ever again. Because that doesn't feel good, knowing that you owe someone money, and then you don't know if you're going to be able to pay them back, and you don't know what the future beholds, and then they're going to look at you, you're going to ruin the friendship, and it's just a whole situation that you don't want to get yourself into. So on this season of Beauty Boss Millionaire, we are going to talk about how I made $1 million, what it was like to realize when I became a millionaire, what it was like to see the cash flow, what it was like leading up to it, looking at my numbers and what I was looking at, my profit, loss, and margin. We're going to get into all those things in this season of Beauty Boss Millionaire. Stay tuned. It's going to be a wild, wild season. Make sure you rate, share, like, pass this on to someone else that, may need this advice. Maybe you have a friend that's in debt. Maybe you were like me, starting off, family coming up out of welfare, like literally, I come from the bottom. I don't know about you, where you came from and your story, but my story started off with no help. So please don't be stingy with this knowledge. I want you to share it with other people that are trying to make money. Because what? Some people that are out there, they don't want to be broke their whole life. They don't want to be poor their entire life. They don't want to just take the little food stamp ration that they give us. They want more, but they don't even know where to start. And I'm going to break all that down for you. Stay tuned. Beauty Boss Millionaire.
That's it for today. Tune in tomorrow for the Beauty Boss Millionaire podcast. And don't forget to follow the Beauty Boss Millionaire, Falicia Fracassi, on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Beauty Boss Millionaire.